G1 cocksuckers take every opportunity to shit on Michael Bay's Bayverse-Optimus out of insecurity that their poorly animated 22-minute toy commercials aren't as beloved among Super Transformers fans like myself. They shit on the objectively better character designs by calling them hunks of scrap metal while ignoring the fact that this universe has realistic designs for alien robots that turn into vehicles and don't look like giant walking refrigerators. They shit on the action by calling it incomprehensible while hiding the fact that they're too autistic to follow the individualistic and instantaneously recognizable Autobot designs, and they slander Bayverse-Optimus Prime by painting him as a murderer and claiming he's a psychopath for executing the mass-murdering terrorists he calls enemies. While I simply roll my eyes and move on with my day whenever I see a G1 glizzy gobbler choking on Sumbo's veiny cock as they worship G1's shitty designs it can't be Optimus Prime, the one thing I simply won't let slide is them slandering Optimus Prime himself. Let's go over every reason why these retards are objectively wrong. Bayverse Decepticons are not campy cartoon supervillains. The Bayverse is the only Transformers reality to rival IDW's 2005 continuity, and being the most brutal and unforgiving Transformers reality the franchise has to offer. Every Bayverse entry, whether it be comics or films, shows cities being leveled as innocent people are murdered in the street and Cybertronians are dismembered in the most cartoonishly edgy way a PG-13 rating will allow. Jazz gets torn in half by Megatron's bare hands in the first film, both Grindor and the Fallen lose their face in a battle with Optimus Prime in the second film, Ironhide is shot through the chest with a blaster that slowly crumbles his body to dust from inside out as he screams in pain, less than an hour before Chicago is invaded, and the audience is greeted with the pleasant scenery of the smoldering corpses lighting darkened subways as men and women are chased through the streets and incinerated by nameless Decepticon mooks. The fourth film features a secondary antagonist that's leading a Cybertronian genocide where Autobots are murdered with their corpses being melted down and used to create zombified military slave drones, and the fifth film was an all-around awful experience for anyone who appeared in it. Now, as I'm sure you can tell, this universe is absolutely fucked. For everyone, regardless of species or faction. A universe as dark as this would logically have antagonists as dark as it, and the Decepticons embody that perfectly. The single biggest pitfall of the Bayverse mythology was the fact that it didn't give the Decepticons unique personalities and designs like every other universe. The Decepticons of the Bayverse are violent, psychopathic war criminals that giggle like little Japanese schoolgirls while murdering Autobots and humans in cold blood. The Decepticons level a city and kill increasingly more humans with every single entry of the series, with them capping out at 1,300 people getting killed in the Battle of Chicago. Across Pentology, we see Jazz get torn in half, Optimus gets skewered from behind by Megatron after shouldering a 3v1, Q being surrounded by mooks that shoot him as he surrenders and begs for mercy before his head rolls off his smoldering corpse, and humans that are currently running for their lives being purposely chased down and shot at for no reason other than to set an example. Do these homicidal tyrants deserve any mercy? If you have a functioning brainstem, absolutely fucking not. Optimus Prime is not a psychopath. He is a warrior that's adapted to the brutality of the universe surrounding him in the name of destroying enemies so they don't return to make his life a living hell. Optimus spared Megatron's life at the end of Revenge of the Fallen and ended up having to kill the bot he once called his mentor and go into hiding during an Autobot holocaust after Megatron led the killing of 1,300 people in near total enslavement of the human species years later. Optimus learned that there are no second chances when it comes to Decepticons, as second chances lead to global conquests and mass death. As a wise YouTube commenter once said, mercy on the wicked is cruelty to their victims.